All right, hello. My name is Talar Yarbrough, and this is my technology assignment for my credential class, The Soul of Teaching. So the question is being asked, why have you chosen to become a teacher, or perhaps it has chosen you? Question mark. And I've always wanted to be a teacher since third grade. I have the most amazing third grade teacher. She, Mrs. Daly at Eagle Canyon Elementary School in Chino Hills. Um, there's something about her. She was doing it right, and she just inspired me to be like her and do what she's doing. And I really always wanted my own classroom. And it's something that I've always wanted to do since I was in third grade. And my parents were kind of like, oh, like teachers don't make a lot of money. You should be a nurse. And so when I started college, my first year was to do that. And I wasn't feeling it. I wanted to be a teacher for some reason. And so I started pursuing that. And now, this past year, because I officially am in the school system as a substitute teacher, and I had two long-term sub jobs, a fifth grade one and a TK one. Through that and through the credential program that I'm enrolled in at APU, now I'm just starting to understand that it has chosen me all along. I am meant to do this. I connect with it. When I'm in the classroom, I'm in my element. And just being able to have my own classroom through those long-term sub jobs has really shown me that I was freaking born to do this. I don't know if I could say that. It's APU. It's okay. I was freaking born to do this. So I really was. So it has chosen me as I chose it. To what extent might you see teaching as a part of your journey in experiencing connection, community, and wholeness? And teaching as a part of my journey in experiencing connection and community, I'm starting to understand that my purpose as a teacher is not just to experience the connection and community, but to teach my students and everyone I meet for that matter about connection and community. As I'm envisioning me in my classroom, that's what I see is just first day, you guys, like I'm your teacher. You guys are my tribe. We're in this together. We're going to support each other. We're going to cheer each other on. We're going to create this sense of community and unity, and that's how we're going to get through the school year. And I hope that those lessons of community and connection is going to be carried with them through their teenage years and then into adulthood, and they could contribute that into society. And through that, through teaching connection and through teaching community, that's when I'm not only experiencing the connection and community, but that the teaching it is what is going to help me experience that emotion of wholeness. When I'm doing my job and I'm getting across to those kids, like that's when I feel whole. So resiliency may be described as our attempt to deal with the lack of connection, community, and wholeness. Can you remember a time in your own education or personal experience which required you to demonstrate resiliency? And yes, I can. My undergrad career, halfway through my traditional undergrad career at APU as a traditional student, I ended up getting married and needed to work full-time, but APU had a program called University College that was a cohort. So you're a cohort and you have these, I think there were like 19 students, 19 of us, and we started from the beginning and we ended together. And our classes were like 6 weeks long because it was an accelerated program once a week. And our teachers, every time a subject was done, then a new teacher would come. So the students, we stuck together and we were with each other for a year and a half. And my connection with my cohort, with my classmates, there wasn't one. There was no community. There was no connection. They were kind of rude. They were very non-inclusive. I don't think they really liked me, which is fine. I was very passionate about some of the material, especially when we got to ethics. And I would share my thoughts and my opinions, but my expression of what I thought and what I'm learning and what I'm expressing through that was never met with a connection or community with my peers. They just kind of listened to me, or they didn't like care about what I had to say. And so that was hard, because I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to connect the material to my life, and I'm trying to share my life and my connections with my cohort, and they didn't want anything to do with it. But I was able to be resilient by coming home to my husband at the time and sharing everything that I'm learning and feeling with him. And I was able to connect the material in a deeper way because he did listen to me and he did care about what I had to say, and I was able to express those things. So that's how I was able to stay resilient and get through my undergrad strong and still connected to the information that I was being taught. What might be some ways that you anticipate having to exercise resiliency as a teacher? I think ultimately the biggest time I'm going to face resiliency when I come across students who refuse to connect and participate as a community. Regardless of how many different ways I may try to include them or to get them excited or passionate, there's just those kids that just are just so blah and they don't care. And when you're trying to connect with them, it annoys them and they move farther away. And I've experienced that a couple times already, and that's definitely going to be a challenge for me. But I'm excited, and even if I don't get through them then, during that school year, maybe I plant a seed and it might change in the future. Who knows? And that's my goal. Is I understand that I'm not going to change these children's lives like in front of my face, like bam, you guys are changed, voila. It's gonna be little seeds that I'm planting that they're gonna grow and click somewhere else in the future in their lives, and that's okay. That's my job. What will help you? What will you do to help yourself thrive in the role of a teacher rather than merely survive? Oh, hi, and this is Bubbaloo. This is Lunchy Dude. So how I'm going to thrive as my role as a teacher rather than just survive is to just stay connected to my purpose. I understand that this is my calling, and these students need teachers who are not just surviving. They need teachers who are serving them in the way that they deserve. And continuing to reread the books like that we have in class, like the To Know as We Are Known, rereading books like that, listening to podcasts and TED Talks to help me remember why I'm doing this and that I'm not alone, that empower me and don't let me forget my purpose is my role as a teacher. That's what I'm going to do to help myself thrive and not let me lose that connection to my purpose of being a teacher. How might your faith intersect with your role as a teacher? Believing and understanding that there is something greater than me that has called me to this role as a teacher. That's how I connect that faith that I have in that. I truly believe that the universe is using me as a tool to change the lives of my students and whoever else comes across my path. Whether the change is, like I said, like an obvious bam in your face, because sometimes that might happen, sometimes it clicks, and then sometimes I'm just planting seeds, and I understand that is part of my purpose, and it's a spiritual journey, and it's definitely intersected. Have there been any significant cultural beliefs or experiences which have influenced your desire to become a teacher? Yes, my desire to be present as a mother for my future kids. That is a significant belief experience. My mom growing up was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years, and she was always available to me at such a young age, and it made a very positive impact in my life to just have my mom there. I never had to worry. I never had to, how am I going to get home, or how am I going to get fed, or I'm on my own, or my mom was always there. And also, I've been a nanny for the majority of my life, and I've had to raise other people's children. Several children, I've had to raise them, and their parents aren't there, and it's not their fault. They want to be there, but I've had to raise other people's children for them, and I've taken that role very seriously. But I want the opportunity to raise my kids myself. And I understand the importance. Like, as much as I gave my heart and soul to those kids that I nannied, I'm not their mother. I will never replace their mother. And I understand the importance of that. And having to be a two-income family is vital to survive, especially in California in our day and age. So I understand that I might not have the luxury that my parents did 20 years ago, 25, 30 years ago. I'm turning 30 this week. Whoa. Anyways, yeah, so we don't have that luxury. Not all of us do, and who knows what happens. Maybe my future husband might be able to provide, but just in case, I want a schedule that allows me to be as present as possible. And being a teacher, I will have that as almost an identical schedule as my kids. And so I think that's a huge belief, to be present in your kids' lives. And this job will not only help me in my career in that path, but also at my home path as well. Has your understanding or experience in matters to social injustice had an impact on your decision to become a teacher? And I don't believe I've had any personal experiences in the matter of social injustice, but my morals and passion for what is just and what is right do have an impact on my decision to become a teacher. Having the opportunity to teach my students justice and also being a tool to help correct or balance students that are experiencing injustice in their lives is a huge responsibility. And I take that seriously, and I feel very confident and called to take that on. And so that is that's a huge impact for me. And then, how might your current educational philosophy have been impacted by my own educational experience through K through 12? And I was very lucky, especially like in elementary school, K through 6. Very lucky to attend a California distinguished school. And attending a school that is recognized for the quality of their educational programs has given me such a positive relationship with especially elementary school. And I want to be an elementary school teacher, so it fits. And if I didn't have love for my elementary school experience, I don't know if I would have wanted to be a teacher. And so having such a positive experience and understanding that most students don't have that positive experience like I did, it lights a fire inside of me because it wants me to give my best quality of education that I can give my students, regardless if they are in a California distinguished school or if they are at a Title I school or whatever school they're at. I am a tool. I am capable regardless to give them the best quality education I can when they are in my classroom. And then, how might your current educational philosophy have been impacted by your experience at APU thus far? APU provides the spiritual aspect of teaching that I don't know if I would have ever been able to experience or understand at a public university. So I think that because I understand that being a teacher is a calling, it's a part of my spiritual journey, and being able to, as I'm learning how to become a teacher and I'm learning these tools as I'm getting credentialed, to have this spiritual aspect of it, to read books, like To Known as We Are Known, and to really connect just, both the worldly side and the spiritual side of my calling is a gift. I'm so beyond grateful, and I think I already feel it changing and growing me and helping me understand that I'm meant for this and that there's something bigger than me, and APU's helping that. It's that tools, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so excited for this experience and this credential program at APU, and this is my calling, and I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to get in the classroom and do my thing and just show those children love and that they have it in them and they could do anything they want to do. That's my purpose. That's why I'm going to be a teacher. And I am so grateful for the time you guys took to listen to me. Have a great day.